Introducing first, from North Iowa, weighing in at 178 pounds, the new age-played Gory.
As we welcome you to Turner's Hall in Cleveland, Ohio, Premier Championship Wrestling, our premiere in a storied wrestling building here in Turner's Hall, Cleveland, Ohio. I am Joe Dombrowski, joined by Benjamin C. Steele as we see the macabre, we see the diabolical, the animalistic, New Age plague Gory kicking us off here in this broadcast. We're taking a look at the New Hope, Bryan Bowers, the opposition, trained by Lance Storm, Storm Wrestling Academy, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Young man only been in the game for about 3 or 4 years, but he's got a great upside. He's very athletic, he's very determined, and he's somebody who takes his craft very, very seriously. And Mr. Steele should be an interesting contrast when you look at somebody who's all about competition versus somebody that's just all about maiming people.
Well, when you're as good at maiming people as Gory is, that's what you do. And you can talk about all the New Hope. You can talk about how he was trained by Lance Storm, but he certainly was not trained to go up against a caliber of athlete. And quite frankly, a guy with a few screws loose like Gory.
Gory is outsized a bit, but that's never affected him because he's got this certain aura about him, this certain intimidation factor. You look into those eyes, they say the eyes are the window to the soul. Gory, I have often known to be soulless, just no remorse, just no sympathy towards anyone.
Do you blame him? I wouldn't have sympathy against Bryan Bowers either. He comes off, he's got that flashy robe of his. And what does Gory have? Gory has sharp teeth in which to bite. He has hard fists in which to punch. If I were a betting man, which of course you know I'm not, if I were a betting man, my money's on Gory.
A cow and elbow tie-up. Gory able to leverage Bowers into the corner. Referee Jake Clemens asking for a clean break, and Gory getting in Bowers' face. Bowers quick to reciprocate. And Gory responding, is it to say, all right, I see what you're capable of. I see what you've got. And crowd coming alive for Bryan Bowers here. And certainly a lot of people can relate to Bryan Bowers' work ethic and how hard he studied his craft. And to relocate from, I believe, more toward the central eastern portion of Ohio over to Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Obviously, that's a big drive to just completely uproot your life for a number of weeks as Gory controls the wrist on Bowers. Bowers trying to leverage himself free. But that shows dedication, the fact that it wasn't just any school that Bowers wound up at. He took the time and effort to get to one of the best.
Well, first, I don't blame him for wanting to get out of Ohio. I know I personally cannot wait to leave Ohio. A state that, quite frankly, shouldn't exist in the first place. But you talk about, oh, well, he did this, he did that, he works hard, he's got a positive mental attitude. Joe, what is better, working hard or working smart?
Well, I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive, do you?
Well, if you want to make money, they are. If you want to win.
Oh, now look at Gory biting the hand of Bowers in order to break the grasp, and certainly not something Lance Storm is going to teach you.
Well, but that was working smart. Gory picked that up on his own.
Now, what if Gory would have been disqualified?
Jake Clemens isn't going to disqualify anybody. He's lucky he's not in jail. He's a criminal.
Bowers with a couple of takedowns to Gory. Nicely done. Wins and losses matter here in PCW. We're always watching in order to determine future rankings. Nice crossbody off the springboard. Bowers hooks the leg for 2. But it's all about competition here in PCW. If you want to stick around, you got to win, you got to produce. That's the bottom line.
Well, you just made the point for me. It's all about competition. Everybody's got to accumulate wins to move up the ladder, so to speak. So who cares if you're a hard worker? You got to be the smart worker. You got to be the guy that's going to do more. The guy that's going to take those shortcuts. And the guy that's going to, well, I was going to say the guy that's going to throw your opponent to the outside.
Gory springboard, and Bowers hung up on that top rope. I'm going to also mention wins and losses aren't the only thing we're going to look at, but certainly that's a major component here. As Gory having some words with Jake Clemens, but could be high-risk time. Check this out. Launches himself down out of Bowers, and that was with reckless abandon and all about pain. Gory came down with almost a twisting double stomp right to Bowers, who landed very awkwardly on the unprotected floor as well.
Well, that was very effective. It's what I said earlier. Gory is willing to go above and beyond. Oh, can I try that on you?
Get away from me.
No, I just want to try it.
Stop that. One other thing I want to mention here as Bowers and Gory go at it on the outside is I have given, as Director of Wrestling Operations for this organization, I have given the referees complete power when it comes to the bell-to-bell rules and regulations of professional wrestling. They'll call it as they see it, and I'm not going to intervene. I'm not going to reverse a decision. I'm not going to overrule an official. They are the law in the ring, and they should be respected. When I'm sitting next to you, I'm a broadcaster, nothing more, nothing less. Anything else, I'll handle in the boardroom Monday morning.
Well, I'd still like to know how you got that job in the first place. Nobody even let me know that it was available.
There was a reason for that. Now, Gory digging into the eyes. And Gory is just incensed here. He has come out with a point to prove in a building with such a rich wrestling history that goes back decades. Oh, God, Gory. The clothesline in the corner makes his target behind Bowers. There's no resistance there and hangs up Bowers once more.
Driller going to the eyes. Gory will go to any body part that he has to.
Oh, springboard double stop, nicely done.
I was going to say proof positive right there as we have a cover.
Could this be all done? And Gory's not about being pretty. He's not about getting style points. If that happens to take place, that's a happy coincidence. Gory is about inflicting pain and agony and misery on whoever crosses his path.
And what better person to inflict pain on than Bryan Bowers? You did say that he was from the state of Ohio originally, correct?
Yes, drop the hold.
What better reason than to inflict pain on someone?
Oh, Gory using his body as a projectile. Gory knows how to use all 170 pounds or so to where it feels like a great deal more. He uses his body almost like a missile, like an offensive weapon. Now into the cover. Second time, and notice this is tiring Bowers out, constantly having to push Gory off of his body. And, well, Gory trying to choke Bowers. Bowers counter, shoulders are down. Bowers can get him here now. And Gory back on top of the New Hope. You know, Bowers wants to bring hope and positivity to pro wrestling, and Gory just wants to spread misery. Talking about polar opposites.
Well, pro wrestling is not a place for hope and positivity and all of that junk. It's a place to be able to take somebody and punch them right in the face. And
it's a cradle. Bowers with inside cradle could get him here now.
It's also a heck of a place to make money to punch somebody right in the mouth.
Well, I mean, I can't argue with you there. Wait a second, Bowers able to scoop up Gory. Gory hesitated for a second, but you can see Bowers is just spent after the punishment that's been put forth on him throughout this entire duration of this contest. Could be a turning point as the official with the obligatory 10 count. If neither man is up by the count of 10, we will have a draw.
Nobody likes a draw. Draw's like kissing your own sister. You ever kissed your own sister?
I don't have a sister, sir.
Really?
That is true. She does not exist.
Who was that girl that I met earlier?
Gory to his feet, Bowers as well, but he doesn't see Gory coming. Now a swing and a miss. Bowers connects, though, a second time. Gory's all over the place, but Bowers is getting some momentum.
Well, Gory's got to get himself undiscombobulated. That's a word, by the way.
So, combobulated then.
Yes.
Here comes Bowers. Charging through with the shoulder in the corner. Gory is the worse for wear now. Check out the hang time. Gory dropped with a suplex. Bowers could have him here. Hook of the leg. This could be all now.
Well, Gory's got to go for either a thumb to the eye. You mentioned his amateur optometry work earlier of going to the eyes. He needs to go to the eye or just punch a guy right between the legs. If the ref's not looking, of course. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. As I'm sure you would agree as director of operations in charge of something or other that you mentioned earlier.
Oh, Gory got the foot up, cut. Bowers flush in the jaw in that exchange. And now could this be QAS? Quick as, and you can fill in the rest. The QAS connects. Gory's got a victory. And Bowers shoulder up at just the last possible second.
Well, it seemed like referee Jake Clemens was a little bit slow on that count. Maybe you should talk to him about that. I think Gory had that put away. Certainly showing a little bit of frustration there.
I do not believe that there was anything wrong with the officials' count. We have a number of referees in our database, and they're all very reputable and respectable as Bowers rolls through into the Canadian Maple Leaf. That Canadian crab trained to him, taught to him by the great Lance Stormer, used many a time this maneuver to win in ECW, WCW, WWE. Will Gory tap out? Can Gory tap out?
Absolutely not at all. Wait.
Oh, Gory to the rope.
See, there, I told you were always.
Bowers maybe just needed to step a couple inches forward, and Gory would not have made it there in time.
You know, all kidding aside, I will say Gory, I don't want to say underestimated Bryan Bowers, but Bowers showing a little bit better than I would have predicted, certainly. Not that I'm a wrestling Nostradamus or anything, but it is a little bit dangerous here to put Gory up on that top rope. Nobody flies like one Gory, so this is going to be high risk, to say the least, for Bryan Bowers.
Superplex coming up if Bowers can get him. Oh, Gory fights free. Bowers lost his footing. And Bowers got caught. Gory biting him.
Bowers got till 5. That's legal as long as it's before 5.
Gory with that submission. Almost bent Bowers back in half. And he's pulling away. Gory calls that the Soul Eater, and Bowers tapped out. Gory victorious.
Gory.
What about the animalistic nature? What about the intensity? What about what Gory has brought to PCW in this opening match with Bowers?
But what do you mean about the impressive win from Gory? Now that's got to do something for him, does it not?
It does. Hey, wins and losses matter. That is a big step forward for Gory. It's gotten some positive attention, but how far will it get him? Here in PCW, Gory your victor in the opening contest of the Turner's Hall era.